everybody, it is your boy Twin Plays here, back in another video. Hope you guys are doing amazing. So recently we left off with another tutorial, and today we're going to be doing the third episode for the cafe series. Now, I know you guys have been waiting a bit for this, so I'm so sorry. It definitely took me a long time, so feel free to just drop a like and comment, and if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn the post notifications on. It means so much to me. And as you guys can tell, I've already gotten into a little bit of a festive theme for you guys, just because why not? And of course, if you are new, like you said, join the Discord. It's in the description. I am going to be doing the giveaway winners on here and on Discord and of course TikTok, so everyone will be notified then. But of course, you guys, welcome. Happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving. I know this is not really Thanksgiving like, but this is basically what we're going to be getting into, so I hope you guys like the little theme. So we got a lot to do. Now recently we left off with, of course, episode 1, which was the tips and everything about the cafe and what we're going to be doing, and then for episode 2, the cafe drinks and cafe food. Now if you are confused with this, feel free to just comment below and maybe I can help you out, but everything should be working just perfectly fine. And yeah, so for this episode, we're going to be doing the GUIs, the scripts, the points, and then, of course, the tech. Now, there's a lot to this, so I'm going to do this step by step by step. So I want you guys to really just pay attention on what there is and what we're doing. And yeah, it's going to be pretty simple. So first of all, first things first is you're going to go in the description and look for the game, and you're going to click the game link, and once you get it, you're going to go to the top right. It's going to be the 3 dots, and all you're going to do is basically just click edit, and you can download it for yourself, so you have the whole game to yourself. Now, as you guys can tell, we just have a few things, nothing too crazy, but of course there's a lot more to it. So we have the boards right here, I guess you can say. So the cafe little dashboards, we have walls, we have doors, and I'm gonna get into these doors probably first. But yeah, and then of course I put in the music system and the give to player system and everything like that. So yeah, let's just click play here real quick. I don't know if there is any sound. I hope there isn't, and I don't want to get copyrighted, but let me just turn this down actually real quick. Yeah, let me turn that off real quick. Okay, that's great. There we go. Okay, so there we go. So as you guys can tell, well, don't worry about these errors right here. This is just for the balloon and the segue, which I'll get to talk about in a second. But as you guys can tell, we just have a few things. So we have the overhead GUIs with the name and the ranks. We have the rank up here, as you guys can tell, and the points, which you can close and open just like normal. And then we have the give to player. And then we have the GUI over here. Now this is the original GUI, so you guys are going to be able to use this. This is from the Vibe series. So what I included, of course, was just the hide overheads, music request, mute music, and the shop. And that's really all you really need for a cafe, to be honest. I may do an a whole admin panel with reporting and everything and add it to the tech later on, so I'll talk to you guys about that later. But yeah, so when you load in, of course, just the overhead, and then these are a few tools I added. Now these are the final tools. I'll talk about this in a second. And then of course we have everything up here. Now basically, I wonder why that's being weird. We have the menu, which we'll talk about in a second, how you can add things to it. So once you click 1 or whatever, it brings up a menu. This is for everyone owns this tool. And then I did Game Pass tools, which are the balloon, a segue, which of course a lot of people know about this segue. It's pretty nice, pretty simple, but yes, we got this segue right here. And then I did this cool for security, so we have a taser, and then of course we have security tape. Now this security tape is pretty cool. I love this. So yeah, you can do something like this, and you know, if you're in a home store or, you know, like literally anything. So I'd recommend using this for some things, but it's pretty nice. So yeah, so then you go over here, and of course you can't really walk into it, which is really nice. That's what I like about this security tape. So hope you do like that. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so then we of course have this right here. Let's get into this. So let's say you are basically one of these doors. Now, all of these are open for me because I configured them to open to me, but we have a player door, which only works for a certain player. We have a security door, which only works for security in a group. security people. Then we have the Game Pass store, which only works for people who owns a Game Pass. And then we have a rank door, which is for the people who are the baristas and everything like that. So let's say you walk through this rank door. It's going to give you an outfit. And here's like an outfit that you can do. And I'll teach you how to change it in a sec. But it's going to give you an outfit. So anytime someone wants to go make a drink or is going to be doing anything related to cafe, you're going to be putting this door right in front of there. So basically anywhere for the actual cafe. This is to give them the clothes and to let them go through. Now, if this is a security person, as they walk through, they should get the security outfit. And of course, then they already should spawn in with these. But this is another security door, which should lead you to like a security room if you want to do. But I thought that was pretty cool. And then we have a Game Pass door and then a player door. Another thing I included was walls that they can't look through. So let's say you go like this. So as you go through, you really can't look through it. And the reason for this is so players can't click the thing on the other side. And you're going to be doing this for a lot of places. So like you'd be putting it anywhere they wouldn't be able to move their camera through, because that would help it so they're not able to mess with things inside or do anything like that. But yeah, so that's kind of nice. Now I can try and show you a bit. Let's see here. I wonder why this is doing this. Full screen's being weird with me. So let's say I hit claim lane. So as I click claim lane, if I go on the other side, it should say the same thing. Forgot. When you click new order, okay, this, I think it should say now, come get your order. Yeah, so this is when it does this. So welcome to Twin Sky Cafe, your order, you're being served by, and then the person and the rank. So this is going to change for every person that does it. So feel free to just look at that and you'll be all good. So it's going to show you who's served by. And then of course in here we have everything. We have a close lane, a clear order, checkout. Clear order will basically do that. Now if you close the lane, that means no one will be here. So it just says please use the next lane. But then of course this one will say that okay, there we go. Now that welcome when you're ready is what it's saying. So I thought it was a good configuration to it. And of course the cashier, and only the certain cashier can use it, or should be able to use it. Now of course we have a lot of these tabs right here. We have coffees, dessert, drinks, salad, shakes, slushy, subs. I wasn't able to fill them out every single one of them, so I did a few more for you, but I want you guys to fill them out yourself and really learn how to do it. But we got a mint shake, so let's say someone wanted a certain thing. So they ordered a chocolate shake, a pineapple slushy, they wanted a sub, so we got a bread. Let's do a 6-inch Italian with pork meat, ketchup and mustard, and then pickles, onions, cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, all of them. And then of course they wanted espresso or you know, like any of these, like a cookie or an Oreo. Let's say they wanted that. You go to checkout, and once you do the checkout, it says please hand the receipt to the customer. And of course you said enjoy your visit. And then when you open this, it should give you the receipt with everything that they ordered. That's another cool thing about this. And of course now the receipt has the cafe name, the group, the serve by, what time, the order, and then the customer's receipt down here. So I hope you guys do like that. Now what you would do basically is you'd grab this, and then you don't need to open it, but you just hit give to player, and you'd basically just go all the way down and just get rid of all of these, make sure it's on all of them, do receipt, and then you type in the player's name. And let's say if I were to type in my own name and give one item, it would say Twin Plays FT attempted to give items to themselves. So yeah, I would try, and that's me trying to give items to myself. So there is a little configuration to it, so they're able to do it for only certain people. That's pretty nice, but as you can tell, you can do this, and it's really nice how this works with the clicking and everything like that. So I hope you do like that, and how many items you can give. But yeah, so that's about it. And once you get the thing, of course, you can go and do this. Now, another thing I'd recommend doing, I might try and fix that later, is I'll give it so you can get 2 receipts, mainly for the reason of you're going to want to, 2 receipts for the reason that you're going to want your own for you when you make the order. But yeah, so then of course you go and make it and stuff like that. So these had these outfits, pretty funny, you know. So yeah, I just thought that was kind of funny for you guys, but that's pretty nice. So that's about it with that part. Giving to player is pretty simple. You just type the player name and everything, and there's just all these simple doors. We have everything right here. Now, actually going to scripts is going to be a little bit more longer of an explanation. So we're going to pause this, and we're going to head to the scripts. Okay. So I'm going to show you what I added real quick, actually. So before we do that, so basically we have a bunch of folders. Now I really want you guys to think about what I added into your game and what you will basically be doing. So we added camera stoppers, protected doors, more signs, the tech folder, and of course that's about it. And then we have in replicated storage, we added a bunch of things. So the overheads, give to player, music events, give system, and then we have the server script, which is a bunch of crap. And then in the server storage, we added headless segue and the receipt and the red balloon, which is nice. We don't need to worry about that. Starter GUI, a bunch of stuff, starter pack, and then starter player, and everything like that. So we're gonna look into this. So talking about the doors first, because that's probably the easiest one to really explain. It is already set up for you, and I already can show you what you can do. But how this works is we have a folder in Workspace, and we have rank doors, security doors, Game Pass doors, everything like that. And of course it has a few things. Now you will want to remove the surface GUI and just let it be open, because some people will know where to go either way. But as you can tell, can you recognize that there are certain numbers and everything related to this? So what you're going to be doing if you're creating a new door, so let's say you have multiple doors. You're going to go to rank doors, okay? Let's say you have a multiple door. Now for 3, let's say you just wanted the same rank. So what we're doing is we're checking in rank. We're going to see if they're in the group, and then if they're this rank or above, then they're able to access anything inside of it. So let's say you wanted to do more than one like level 3 door, you can just duplicate the parts in that folder and that will work. Now let's say you wanted to make another rank doors, but for only like high security. You're just going to change this to like, okay, 245, this is for admins and above. That's all you got to do. So that's the pretty cool part about this. So that's another example of making another door to another rank. So that's all you got to do. Just mix everything with the folders. Now let's say for the security door, it's the same thing. So we're just doing rank 14. If you want to do another rank or just another door, just do the part instead, and then anyone that has level 14 or whatever that folder number is will be able to access it. So that's the cool thing. So we got ranks in that. Now for player doors, it's a little bit different. For player doors, they have to be that player. So by doing that, I mean you're gonna have to go to their player profile. So let's say we wanted to do another player profile. You're basically going to player profile and you're going to enter that number at the top of the link, and then that's their number. So it would just be like another number basically of another player, and that's the only player that will be able to access it. So this is kind of good for admins and owners and special doors, VIP suites, anything like that. And then of course we have a Game Pass door, which is perfect. You just got to put the Game Pass ID in there, so that's all you got to do. Now let's say, yeah, of course, like I said again, you need another Game Pass door, but a different Game Pass. Then of course you just change this number again. So do whatever. I hope that's easy to explain. It's super simple. It's actually not that difficult. But yeah. Now talking about one more thing, we're gonna do the uniform script. So in here for both the rank and the security doors, there's just this script called uniform script, which is the rank. It includes a few things: group ID, shirts ID, and pants ID. All you gotta change is these right here. Super simple. Make sure to change your group ID and you'll be all good. Don't worry about touching anything in here, but what we're doing is when they touch it, we're gonna check if they're a player, and then if they're in the group and if they're above the rank of what the number is, then we're going to give it to them a different shirt and a different pants using this little script right here. Now to get a shirts and pants ID, it is the same way you grab the player's thing. So we're going to go to avatar shop. I'll get this up for you real quick. Clothing, and then of course shirts. So let's say we wanted to wear this one right here, this little aesthetic one. You just click this number right here and that's going to be it. Now, another thing I saw was a little bit of a problem. I don't know if it's because of Roblox right now or just with Studio. So if you were to click play, which I'm going to click here, let me just disable that. The stupid audio is going to play. I hate when that happens. Come on. Okay, there we go. Another thing that is happening is if you just put that number in, for some reason it doesn't work. So if that's a solution, go into the player, go to shirt, and then click this, do that number, and then copy that number right there. It's kind of weird. So now, yeah, now it loads. And then you're good to go back, and then let's see here, go back in the uniform script and paste it into paste it right here, of course, just right here. So that's basically an example of what you can do with that. So I hope that's kind of easy to understand. It's pretty simple, nothing to worry about there. Now, kind of talking about that, we're done with everything, so don't really touch anything, just make sure you have everything. But that's pretty much it. I can kind of explain to you real quick is the give system, music events, cup, overhead UI, and all that kind of jazz. So give system, we just have a few events: accept item, give items, give player item, refuse items, so that's nothing too crazy. Then we have the music events: get playing song, new song, refresh queue, and request song. So that's nice to know. Don't worry about touching these, make sure they're in replicated storage. Then we have the cup, of course, leave that there, that was from last video. Then the overhead UI, which is only going to include rank and username. So that's what I did. There's no level, no nothing like that. If you wanted to add points, get my watch my other overhead video and just change the name minutes to points, and you're going to be good. But yeah, so that's pretty simple. And then there's a UI gradient you can change and fix however you want. Then, of course, we have the give to player UI. So this kind of includes a bunch of scripts, which I don't know if I'll really go through. It's basically just a give and close, and then selecting all the checks and adding items. So this is pretty nice. I got some help on this for sure. I did not make this from scratch. But yeah, so that's about it. That's the give script. Don't really worry about it. Don't really touch it. Now, if you want to customize it, just pull it out of here and put it in starter GUI, and then just feel free to customize it from there. Just make sure you have all of these the certain way. Then, of course, we have the ServerScriptService, and this is the main stuff. We're going to talk about that in a second. Then we have the starter GUI, which I'll get to. We have the starter pack, which is the menu. So this one's pretty easy. So you're basically going to just put this into starter GUI. So let's say you just wanted to do this, so you can just grab this and put it right there, and then all you got to do is customize this all you want by adding labels and text labels into the frame. So you can just go right here, go to text label, add as much as you want. You can even do a scrolling frame if you want, and then add all the drinks, all the food. Or the easiest, simplest way, in my opinion, would be to make an image with everything on it and just put an image, and you're done. That's it. So I'd recommend doing that too. Now that's done. Starter character scripts, pretty simple. We got the AFK local script from the last video, so nothing about that. Cash register is going to take a bit, so we're going to talk about that in a second. Player module, don't worry about. That is for the right here for the basically the camera occlusion, for them not to be able to look through transparent parts. So this is the protected doors. All you got to change is the group ID and the security ID, and you're done. So security ID means which group for the security. If you do have a different group for security for a cafe, put that here. Or if you have a group ID, put that here. So that's all you got to do. And that's about it. Now what it does is we have update parts, update rank doors, update game pass doors, and then we have the actual thing. Basically all it's doing is checking for the certain doors and the names, of course, and that's all you have to do really. Now one thing I would say is right here, if you want, it would be 3. This is for if a player has a game pass and they don't have and they're in the group and they're like an admin or something, you can change this, so that works too. But yeah, so there's really nothing else to change in here, just these 2 IDs and you're set. I hope this is kind of hard to explain to you, and I could explain it more in another video, maybe on a live stream, so feel free to comment below, or us in Discord. We're going to get to the cash registers in a second. It's really hard, guys. So then we have the service GUI. Don't worry about that. GUI optional. This is the main GUI right here, so feel free to customize that how you like. Feel free to watch my Vibe GUI videos explaining that. Then we have the give system. I'll get that. And then music GUI, don't worry about. So in the give system, you just basically have a little script that just checks if they are in the group. Now this is, you got to change this right here, which is checking for the group number and if they are over this. So this is for if they are a cafe barista. Check that group number and make sure they are over 3. If they're over 3, or you can change that how you like, then it will basically give them the GUI right here. So that's kind of nice. You can also customize this how you'd like, using the colors or just changing it in general. Just make sure it's image button or whatever. Now, done with GUIs, we have the main scripts we're going to talk about. I'll just close this because might as well. Now, this is a little bit harder to go through. I feel like this is going to take longer, so let's just do the cache registers real quick. So it's really hard to explain this one because this is a lot, and like I mean a lot. So of course what we're doing is we're just going to start it off by getting a cache register ready and checking if they have it. Now, in the scripts right here, there are like the whole script. So what you're going to want to do is really just pay attention to everything. So I can't really explain all of it one by one, but I'll just try and help you out. So cache share screen, the case, and the screens, of course. Inside of them, you want to check out like the service GUIs and look at all of these right here. Now, you're not just able to just kind of like see it, you know. So let's say, oh, well, you can. So let's just say you want to just see this one. This is what it's going to look like, basically. So it's kind of nice to just really take a look at what they are. But you're going to want to keep it unclosed, of course, because this is what mainly it is. So feel free to do that. And basically, you're going to basically what you're going to want to do is change the logos, and that's pretty much it. So you just go to the image and you can just change it right here. So that's about it. Pretty simple. That's really nice and simple to look at. But yeah, so that's all you gotta do for that part. Now, main support is just like the design of it. You don't need to worry. And then, of course, we have the main script, which we will open that up and we will open the other one up. So I'll talk about that in a second. And then, of course, we have the main script down here and the cache screen, which is going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but I'll help you guys out real quick. And we'll kind of get into this. So let me pause this video and let's get straight into this. Okay, so I kind of want to do this little cool transition, so might as well include that. So basically, we have the cache register script, and then we have the main one right here. Now, it is a little bit simpler and harder to understand, but I think you guys will kind of know it, what I'm talking about. So you just want to change your group ID and then really just look through it yourself. There's nothing to change else. You can touch this how you like, but you just want to change the group ID right here because that's going to make this work. But as you can tell, we have the events claim, order, and checkout, which is for, and then of course player removing and get current user. And this is for the actual like whole system. Nothing really too much to explain. I wouldn't recommend touching anything. Just get this group ID. But yeah, now we have the cache register script, which I talked about. It's going to enable this right here. So feel free to just close that out and you're good. And leave this the way this is right here. So of course, one more thing again is just change the group ID for this cashier screen script, and you will be good. Now you can change the icon number right here for, as in saying, the logo, and that's another thing. You can change any of these little green text how you like, your choice. But of course, this is about it. You don't need to really change anything else, just this group ID. Now, talking about bread and like all of these and claim, how it works is it's basically just going to do certain colors and everything including that. I really wouldn't recommend touching anything, but that's about it. So now in main, we have the main, which is going to be order script. So this is where it gets a little bit more complicated because it's hard to just look at this because you can't just put it on the screen. You have to really just look through this yourself. And you can do it through Screen GUI if you'd like, but it's really hard to kind of just explain this. So let's just do this ourselves. So we're going to look at main in a second. I'll close this. But we're going to look at like desserts and everything. So if you want to add more buttons and everything like that, you go inside of it. And as you can tell, we have these buttons. And you're basically going to just duplicate it. So we're going to make another dessert. And we're going to call this, let's say, we're going to call this, let's say, freaking, I don't know, like, whatever, green donut, let's say. I'd recommend just doing one donut and then just clicking that for each one because it's kind of simple. But then you can change the colors down here and then, like, say right here, green donut. And what you put in the text is what's going to be put on the receipt. And this is ready. It's already ready. It's going to be put on the screen. So that's the really simple part about this. But what happens is if there's too many buttons, it's not going to fit. So you're going to have to go to UI grid layout and you're going to have to mess with these. Now, if it gets so big, just recommend changing them down by like one value. So we'll go 10, 10, and then let's say we wanted to go 200 and then 50. So that's like another way of doing this. So yeah, so that's desserts. Sorry, that's spelled wrong. But then we have the shakes and slushies and everything like that. I added these for you, so you can add more buttons. So let's say for slushies, we're gonna do this. I just did slushy 1, slushy 2 now for this one, which is pretty nice. So slushy 2, we're gonna say this is going to be the blueberry slush. There you go, and then we're gonna go here, and you can change the color how you like, and it's done. Order script, like I said, do not touch anything. Pretty simple. And that's about it. Now, let's say you wanted to add another tab. So what we have, okay, we have all these little tabs here. You want to just, in the main screen, it has desserts, drinks, coffees, bread, that kind of stuff. You want to add a main tab again. So this is what it means by like main, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So these are all the main things that just load up when you first load in. So let's say you make another one. We're going to call this... we're going to say, like, gosh, I don't know, just water. Let's just do water, okay? And then you can put the water as a text, and there you go. And then in the order script is where you got to really change things. So you're going to do a comma right here, and you're going to go water, just like that. So we got water, and then you're going to do another comma, and then you're just going to do water. So that's about it. Pretty simple. And then, of course, it's already displayed for you. Now, like I said again, if there's too many buttons, mess with these right here, and it will be finished. So that's kind of what I was meaning to explain for that. So it's really hard to just explain it in that way. But guys, like I tried to already set it all up for you, and it is ready. You just need to kind of just add a bit more with like slushies and shakes. I left those for you, just the slushies and shakes. So that's about it. Pretty simple. Just a little bit hard to go through. You're going to have to try by yourself. It's going to take you a sec. Now, talking about the main scripts, it's kind of a little bit harder again. We're going to look at these. So we have the AFK handler and everything down below. This is kind of like for a whole game. This is ready for you. So AFK handler, I added a few things. We added the force field and the AFK name. So that's nice. Don't need to touch anything in here, so you're all good. Then we have an application command, which is for the /apply. So remember how I did that video in the application center? Feel free to put your place ID right here, and it'll take you there if they do /apply. Now we have game passes, give player items, and everything else. So we're going to go through the game passes. So we're going to do security item gives and game passes. Now these are a little bit easier to explain. All you have to change is the numbers, and that's about it. Now, let's say you wanted to add another game pass. So we're going to add another one real quick. We're going to go, let's say gold balloon. That's what's pretty nice. So let's say gold balloon. And then we would go equals and then add another game pass ID and put a semicolon. So all you got to do is get the game pass ID and put it in here and just change it how you like. Now, you don't need to touch anything else. That's it. Now, right here, you need to make sure the name is exactly matching what is in server storage. So we have handler segue. That's the exact same name. And then you're going to make sure it's that name right there. So that's about it. Pretty cool. Super simple. Now, for the security item giver, it's a little bit different. All you got to do is change this number and change this, and you can change this. Now, we're basically checking if they're in the group and they are over a certain amount. If they're below 14, then they're not going to be able to get these things. But if they are above and they're at any of these numbers, then they're able to get them. So you can add even as many more as you want. Like you can go and add like 25 and then equals, you know, whatever. So feel free to touch that how you like. This is for certain numbers and certain things. So this is a gear. So let's say you want to add another gear. And this is, like I said, so you want to give them the segue. Then there you go. That's all you got to do. And this is the number and the rank in the group. And then this is the group ID. So make sure to change that how you like. So as I said, guys, it's just a little difficult, but super simple. All you got to do is just look at these themselves. Pretty nice. But yeah, so that's about that. Then, of course, we have the give players, leader stats, music stuff, and overhead. I think we'll do Let's do leader stats and overhead and just show you real quick. All you got to change is this right here. And then let's say you wanted to change points. I wouldn't recommend it, but this is, you can change how you like. You could do minutes again, whatever. But points is for when the player gives an item. And yes, I did make that so when a barista gives a player a certain amount of like a gear or whatever, it's going to give them a point. So don't worry about that. That is part of this. That's why I added this. So you're good. And we're doing data store. So yes, this does save. Then we have the overhead script. All you got to change is game pass ID and group ID, so VIP or the group ID, and you can change the owner name right here. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, how do you add another owner name? Just do else if, again, oh god, else if, and then you do just player.name. So you just do the same thing again. That's literally it. So literally what I would do is just copy this, paste it, do else if, and boom, bada boom, you're done. And then, you know, just mess with it. But yeah, so that's about it. And then I did VIP, got rid of all the levels, so it's super small and simple. Talking about music player commands, this is just for the admins, of course, so feel free to change this by doing the group IDs right here and changing the number. And then these are just the commands, so you're good to just mess with that if you want. Then we have the music player system, which has all these songs already. You can mess with this, get rid of them, do whatever you like. Pretty nice. Then we have the product ID, as in saying the dev product for when the player buys it. So if you want to create a dev product, you just go to game settings, go to monetization. Oh, not monetization, am I right? Or is it permission security? I forgot which one it is. Am I being stupid? Oh, developer products right there in monetization. Yeah, duh. And then you're good. So that's about it. Let's see here. For the music player system, I did try and fix it. I don't know if it's working just yet, so I added this local count right here, and this should make it so it checks if the song is loaded. If it isn't loaded, as in saying like how in a certain amount of time, then we'll basically just skip it. I think it should work, guys, now. If it doesn't, I'm going to just keep working on that. Sorry about that. So yeah, so that's it. And then we have the give player and the give system, and of course the receive item. So give player item, you don't need to worry about this, but as you can tell, guys, this is what I'm talking about. So local tool give equals tool, and if it goes to anyone in their backpack, it's going to give them a +1. And then we have the give system, which all you got to change is your group ID, and that's about it. And of course, this is all it's going to do: give items, refuse items, accept items, everything like that. There we go. And then this is the receive item. It's pretty cool. You can also just put this in starter GUI to look at it. Pretty nice. And that's it. So yeah, I think that's about it. I think we went mainly over everything. I really don't know how to explain best on what you can do. I recommend just commenting below or asking in Discord for any more help. Everything is set up. You really just got to keep making it. Now, talking about these, you can just easily duplicate them. So you want to make more, then just easily put them over here. And that's about it. Now, like I said, guys, I just only have one because I wanted you guys to change the group ID in the main script. So that's about it. Yeah. So yeah, guys, that's about it. Hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, please feel free to subscribe, comment, like, and share. This one did take me a long time, and I'm so sorry about that. I tried to get everything in as much as possible because I know you guys are been looking for this, so I just published it. But yeah. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Like I said, if you did, please feel free to subscribe, comment, like, and share. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.